Are you planning to travel long distance with your cat in the car? It definitely sounds challenging, and honestly, it is. From non-stop meowing, figuring out how your cat will go to the bathroom, and the fear of your cat escaping at a rest stop, there's a lot of things that can go wrong. I am the Cat Butler. I've done several long road trips with my two Ragdoll cats, Teemo and Arya, with one trip being over 800 miles, and I've learned through trial and error what actually works. In this video, I'll walk you through how I prepare, what I pack, and how I set up the car to make the ride smooth and stress-free. Whether you're moving or just going on a long getaway, these tips will help keep your cat safe, calm, and comfortable the whole way. Before you travel, you want to prepare for the trip. I pack a cat bag with essentials like their food, toothpaste, toothbrush, treats, cat litter, nail clippers, their food bowls, and anything else they might need on the road. I also make sure to charge Teemo and Arya's GPS trackers. I use GeoBit for both of them. It's important because if they ever escape at a rest stop, I can quickly track and find them. I chose GeoBit because it uses real GPS to give me live tracking no matter where we are. Unlike AirTags, which rely on nearby Apple devices to update my cat's location, GeoBit works even in remote areas with no one around. Lastly, I feed my cats their meal the night before and not on a day of travel. This is to reduce the chance the cats get carsick and throw up on the road. When it comes to long distance travel with cats, carrier setup is one of the most important parts of the journey. I use a large, soft-sided carrier that fits across the back seat. It's roomy enough for both of my Ragdolls, Teemo and Arya, to stretch out, turn around, and lay comfortably for hours at a time. A cramped carrier can make the ride more stressful for them, such as peeing in the carrier or non-stop meowing throughout the trip. So I always go for the one that gives them space to relax, while still keeping them safely contained. Safety is very important to me. So I secure the carrier using the seatbelt, which is something I can't recommend enough. In the event of a sudden stop, sharp turn, or accident, the carrier needs to stay in place. Buckling it in prevents it from sliding around, which could really scare or injure your cat. Even though it's tempting to just set it on the seat, securing it properly adds an extra layer of safety for your cats. I always keep Teemo and Arya inside the carrier for the entire drive, even though it might seem kinder to let them roam around. The truth is, loose cats in a car can be dangerous. They might crawl under the pedals, jump into your lap, or bolt out a window or door when you stop. I've heard way too many stories of cats escaping at gas stations or rest areas, and that's a nightmare I want to avoid entirely. One of the biggest challenges on long car trips with cats is managing their bathroom needs. While some cats will hold it for hours or even the entire trip, others won't. So I found the best solution is to keep a small litter box inside the carrier. That way, the cats can go to the bathroom whenever they want. Before using a litter box inside the carrier, I had put the litter box outside the carrier and stopped at multiple rest areas to entice my cats to go to the restroom. This method proved ineffective. Teemo and Arya refused to go, and both cats ended up urinating inside the carrier during the drive. It was a disaster, and the smell of cat piss for 10 hours was unbearable. Another important decision, especially for long trips, is choosing the right cat litter, since it can make a huge difference in keeping things clean and odor-free. Sandy litters like clay can turn your car into a mess, with dust everywhere and litter tracked onto the seats. That's why it's better to go with a pellet-shaped litter. It's far less likely to track, it helps keep things tidy. After trying just about every litter out there, I kept running into the same problems. Their litter was either dusty, messy, hard to clean, or bad at odor control. That became a real issue during long car trips with my cats. The last thing you want is litter flying around the car or the smell of ammonia lingering for hours. So I decided to create my own solution, making my own cat litter out of peas. It's low dust thanks to its vacuum sealed packaging, low tracking because of its unique pellet shape, and has excellent odor control from the high concentration of pea fiber, which is a natural deodorizer. It's been a game changer for traveling and for everyday use at home. So if you're interested in learning more about my cat litter, I'll link it in the description below. Some cats meow non-stop during car rides, usually out of stress, confusion, or just protesting the situation. Teemo and Arya are big meowers. On my first long car ride, my ears almost died from 9 hours of non-stop meowing. But over time, I figured out a few things that help keep them calm, and me sane. One trick that helps is covering their carrier with a light blanket to make it darker and cozier. By reducing visual and sensory input, covering the carrier can create a more secure and calming space for the cat. I noticed that it worked for Teemo and Arya as they meowed less. I also found giving your cats a large carrier also reduces the meowing, as the cats are more comfortable. They can stretch and lie comfortably. Lastly, you can also try a calming spray like Fellaway. Fellaway calms your cat by mimicking natural feline facial pheromones, the same ones cats release when they rub their cheeks on furniture, people, or other cats. These pheromones signal that the environment is safe and familiar. This helps reduce stress-related behaviors like meowing. Just spray it 15 minutes before the ride to have it work. Feeding your cat on a long trip can be tricky. You want to minimize the risk of your cat vomiting from motion sickness during the car ride, as they can feel nauseous. Like I mentioned earlier, on the day of the car ride, you don't want to feed your cat only the night before. And I recommend during the drive not to feed your cat any meals, as this would increase the chance of your cat vomiting. Cats can go without eating for 24 hours, so that should give you enough time to get to your hotel or destination. And that's where you can feed them before you continue driving the next day. You can give your cat a few treats at a rest stop if they're not feeling nauseous, but it's important to do so in moderation and to know your cat's limits. I usually give Teemo and Arya a couple of their favorite treats so they are not too hungry on the road. So pay attention to how yours handle travel before offering anything. Keeping your cat hydrated is just as important as keeping them calm. Giving your cat water on a long trip can be tricky, especially since many cats won't drink when they're stressed or in motion. That's why I offer water at every rest stop using their water bowl. It's especially important on hot days, even if they only take a few sips. Cats are notorious for not drinking enough, so regular access helps prevent dehydration, fatigue, and urinary issues. Depending on the season, your car can heat up dangerously fast. What feels warm outside can turn into an oven inside the car in just a few minutes, making it extremely unsafe for your cat. Try to never leave your cat alone in the car. If you're traveling with someone, have someone stay behind to keep the car running and stay cool. If you're traveling alone, try to park the car under a shady spot and only leave the car briefly to go to the restroom. When I travel alone, I typically only stop for the restroom, and for food, I would just go through the drive-thru and eat in the car so I don't leave Teemo and Arya alone. When staying at a hotel or Airbnb during a long trip, I always call ahead to confirm if they're cat-friendly. Once we arrive, I bring Teemo and Arya straight to the room and set up their litter box, food, and water right away to give them a sense of stability. I also check to make sure to block off any places they might try to hide, like under the bed or behind furniture, just to avoid a stressful game of hide and seek later. That's everything I've learned from traveling long distance with Teemo and Arya. Hopefully these tips help make your trip a lot smoother and less stressful. Every cat is different, so it may take some trial and error, but with the right setup, it really is possible to have a calm and safe journey. If you traveled with your cat before, I'd love to hear from you. Comment down below and share your own tips or experiences. What worked for you? What didn't? Let's help each other make traveling with cats a little easier.